Hi, and welcome tonight to brand spanking new play series by Proud Mary Theater Company. Tonight we have The Vultures by Mark Ridge, and we want to extend special thanks to Mark Ridge and Heuer Publishing for allowing us to do this play royalty-free due to the COVID-19 crisis. Hope you guys are all well out there. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to introduce the cast tonight. We have some returning folks and some new folks. Now, also we have some cast members from our upcoming play in August 14th through the 23rd, Sorted Lives. And I'll mention those when we get to them. Let's start with Laura Bunn, a repeat Proud Mary offender. We love Laura. Laura plays Talbot, the androgynous being and caretaker of the house in the mystery tonight. Joel Perkin, returned offender. We love Joel. Joel plays the attorney, Mr. Crosby. J.R. Bloomer, happy graduation, J.R. He plays Hairdresser Blythe, a tall, handsome male model with an amazing body, and he's in his skivvies tonight. We have Sun Schwam. We love Sun. Sun will be on our team for Sorted Lives. She plays Ashley, the dim-witted cousin. Then we have Jada Lachey Bell. Now, Jada will be playing a man tonight, a male part, the part of Paul Jones, a sweet, gentle guy who loves math and is an accountant. And then we have Jonathan Davis back with us. He plays the mild-mannered, charming realtor, Charles Willard. And then in two roles, we have Ken Snart, also from Sorted Lives. Hi, Ken. He plays a friendly doctor and also a hospital guard from an insane asylum. Now, joining us for Sorted Lives is Lori Lee, Jada Lachey Bell, again, Ken Snart, Sun Schwam. Did I get everyone? I think so. Okay.
Don't forget Alex.
So, what's that?
Don't forget Alex.
Oh, and the star of the Vultures, as one of the heirs to the estate at its estate here, is Alex Poteet, who plays the part of Hunter West. And I want to welcome Alex. You've seen him around at Spartanburg Little Theater. And anyway, he's doing an amazing job. And I want to thank everyone for participating in this Zoom meeting. I know this is not an ideal format for theater, but we've been having fun, and I hope you will too. So I'm going to start. I'll be doing the stage directions. And away we go. There is a storm. As the lightning continues to flash and thunder continues to crack, we catch a few glimpses of the room. This is the Westmount Manor, a dark, foreboding house, and the type they don't build anymore. The library is a large, old-fashioned room full of dark corners and shadows. The back wall is covered by a built-in bookcase. A large portrait of Simon West hangs on the wall. When the lightning flashes again, Talbot is in the room. She begins to turn on the lamps, and she is escorting Mr. Crosby.
This way, Mr. Crosby.
Oh, I hope the rain stops soon.
It will not.
Oh, well, this old place looks just the same as I remember it.
It would. Nothing has been changed in 20 years.
You've done your job well. I don't know how you've managed living here all alone.
I have had my friends to keep me company, my friends from the shadow world.
Oh, you believe in ghosts, do you?
I do not believe I know. There are spirits all around us. Some are good, some are evil.
Nonsense. It's just your nerves getting the best of you, spending all these years here alone.
It is not nerves, it is the gift. My mother had it. My grandmother had it. All the females in my family have had it, dating back to the times of Bridget Bishop. She was burned alive at Salem.
Well, Never mind. In a few minutes, the house will be full of people and all the spooks will vanish.
How many heirs are coming?
6, all the surviving relatives. That reminds me, your job as guardian of the house will be up tonight. What are you going to do?
That depends. If I like the new master, I will stay.
Mr. Crosby opens the safe and removes a stack of envelopes.
Here it is, the will, all 3 envelopes. They've been locked in that safe for the last 20 years, undisturbed, just as Mr. West sealed and marked them. Wait, these envelopes have been opened. All of them. The seals are broken. Somebody has opened that safe and read the will.
How could they? Nobody knows how to open that but you.
But I didn't do it.
Why would someone go to all that trouble?
There is a lot of money at stake.
What do you think they were trying to do? Change the will?
I don't know. Money can have a strange effect on people.
You do not have to tell me. I have seen it happen before. The night he died, those relatives came scurrying out of the woodwork like rats in search of sustenance. And now a whole new batch is swooping in here like a wake of vultures, ready to pick the carcass clean.
Oh, well, if the will has been changed, it won't do any good. There is a duplicate one per Mr. West's instructions. It's locked in the vault of the Empire Trust Company. And if this one has been tampered with, I'll know it, and I'll know who did it. Oh, see who that is, and don't say a word about this.
Are you Mr. Crosby? Oh, excuse my wet hand. It's pouring out there.
Hello, Harrison. Did you come up on the train?
No, I drove. Lucky I left when I did. Parts of the road are starting to flood out.
Oh.
Am I the first of the pack?
Yes, the others should be here shortly.
How many besides myself?
5. All the heirs.
Oh, this is the old man's library.
Yes, haven't you been here before?
No, why do you ask?
Well, someone has.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh, nothing.
I don't mean to be rude, but is she just going to stand there?
You've offended her. Don't you know who she is?
I don't know what she is.
She's Mr. West's oldest and most trusted servant. He's kept her on the payroll for the past 20 years. He relied on her for all matters, business, personal, and, well, spiritual.
Well, if I have any say, she won't be here much longer. Is that the will?
Yes, but it can't be read until all the heirs are assembled.
Well, if you ask me, this is all just a little too melodramatic.
Mr. West was very specific. Everyone must be present.
Obviously, he was a nut.
Have you no respect for a dead relative?
Not unless he made me the sole heir. Come on, Mr. Crosby. You have to admit that this is all a bit strange.
He was a bit eccentric.
Eccentric? He was crazy. Why did he want a 20-year-old will read to his heirs at midnight in this room? Why not in the daytime in your office? Why not save us all a lot of time and handle it with a conference call or Skype? Why drag us all out here in the middle of nowhere to a place that looks like something out of an Agatha Christie novel?
Mr. West stipulated that this will should be read in this room at the very hour of his death. One of his whims.
Whims. Hell, everyone knows that insanity runs in this family.
Oh, that remains to be seen.
It's really coming down out there. What happens if I'm the only one that shows? Does that mean that I inherit...
They'll be here.
I don't know. That bridge was almost underwater. If this keeps up, we may get stuck up here.
Oh, it's already been settled. You'll all be staying at Westmount for the night.
They are starting to arrive.
Oh, come in, come in. How do you do, Miss Roberts?
It's late and I'm wet.
I'm sorry. Oh, and you must be Ashley. I'm Mr. Crosby.
Oh, nice to meet ya. You don't look at all like how I had pictured. From your voice on the phone, I thought you'd be much younger.
Oh, well, You're just as I imagined. I didn't realize you two were traveling together.
We weren't. We met at the train station.
Can you believe it? 2 days on a bus and 8 hours on the train, and we both ended up in the same platform at the same time. Lucky I overheard her trying to get a cab.
Of course there was none to be found. Only Simon West would be idiot enough to drag people out at this hour, in this weather, in this godforsaken town.
Jack gave us a ride.
Jack? Who's Jack?
A complete stranger. We got in the car with a complete stranger.
He was our Uber driver. He's a cutie. He's going to be a vegetarian.
A veterinarian.
Same thing.
We were lucky we weren't killed.
Hi. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me introduce you. Mr. Harrison Blythe, this is Mrs. Ashley Hopwood and Miss Mary Roberts.
So, you're Harrison Blythe.
Guilty.
I feel like we've met before. You ever been to Galesburg?
No,
You sure? I'm pretty good at faces.
I'm sure.
You look so familiar.
You probably don't recognize him with his clothes on. He's an underwear model.
Among other things.
I have the internet.
OMG! You're the prosciutto underwear man.
Pachetto.
Same thing. Your picture's hanging on the lunchroom at Nails and Tails. That's where I work. It's a combination nail salon and pet groomer. My boss, Stacy Lynn, is in love with you.
I'm flattered.
Well, why wouldn't she be? You've got an amazing...
Ashley!
Well, he has! Stacy Lynn will never believe this. I tell you, she's going to flip her fanny. Can I get a picture with you?
Sure.
Thanks. This will throw her over the edge.
I couldn't quite figure out how we were connected, Mr. Blythe. Do you know my great-aunt Eleanor?
No, Miss Roberts, I didn't know your great aunt Eleanor.
Me neither.
Well, she...
I'm sure this is very fascinating, but why delve into ancient history?
But
Aunt Eleanor and I are somehow related, correct?
Correct.
So, let's let it go at that.
Mr. Blythe, just because God has graced you with a handsome face,
And body.
that doesn't give you the right to be rude.
Don't pay any attention to him. I'm sure he didn't mean anything.
I'm sorry. It's just late and I'm hungry and tired. Forgive me.
Of course.
What do you say? Friends?
Relatives. You know, ever since we came in here, I've had the strangest feeling like something is peering at me. Look at that painting. I think the eyes have moved.
Nonsense. That is Mr. West.
He was a handsome man.
He was an idiot. Why is it so dark in here?
The master liked dim lighting. It calmed his nerves.
Oh, this house is haunted. I just know it. I can feel it in my bones.
Aha! You have the gift. I sensed it when you came in through the door.
What?
There are spirits all around you. That feeling means that someone in the world is trying to tell you something.
What are you trying to do, Talbot? Frighten her to death?
No one has ever been frightened to death.
Oh, it has happened before, and you know it. Lots of people have lost their minds, and sometimes their lives, through fright.
Hillcrest is full of such cases.
Well, that's the hospital on the other end of the ravine.
It is an asylum.
Well, I don't believe it.
Ding dong.
Oh, I wish I hadn't come. You heard what she said about those spirits. I want to go home.
Don't worry. Come and sit down.
You'll protect us, won't you, Harry?
Of course I will.
See, Cousin Mary? He's strong and handsome. Sit down.
I don't want to sit down.
Welcome to Westmount, Charles.
Thanks. You must be Mr. Crosby. I hope I'm not late.
Right on time. Miss Mary Roberts and Mrs. Ashley Hopwood, this is Charles Willard.
I didn't know I had such handsome relatives.
And I didn't know I had such charming ones.
We'll see if you still feel the same way after the will is read.
And this is Harrison Blythe.
Nice to meet you, Charles.
Call me Charlie.
Nice to meet you, Charlie. And you can call me Harry.
About this weather, huh? I wasn't even sure I was going to make it up the hill. Any chance a guy could get a drink, something to warm me up?
Oh, certainly, I'll ring for Talbot.
Must you?
She's really very nice. You'll grow to like her.
Highly doubtful.
You rang.
Oh, yes, thank you, Talbot. Would you mind getting a few glasses for our guests?
Of course, Mr. West's wine cellar is still intact, just as he left it. And there is brandy and wine, whiskey in these decanters.
Anything will do.
You can say that again. How about you?
I'm easy.
Obviously.
And you? Something to take the edge off?
There's not enough liquor in the world.
When are you going to read the will, Mr. Crosby?
Well, as soon as the other two arrive.
That reminds me, I think I left one of them downstairs, a guy by the name of Jones.
What's he doing down there?
Trying to clean himself up a bit. I think his cab got stuck in the mud and he helped push it out.
I will just leave these here. You can serve yourselves.
Thank you.
If you require anything else, I shall be right outside of the door.
She really brightens a room, doesn't she?
She's very nice.
Here you go.
Oh, that's strong.
Cousin Mary, would you care for some?
Perhaps a little.
So this is where everyone is.
Hello, Paul. Glad to see you. Come in, make yourself comfortable. I'm Roger Crosby. We talked on the phone.
And I'm Charlie. We must met downstairs. We must be related somehow. Would you like a drink?
No thanks. Nice to meet you.
And here are some distant cousins you should know. Mrs. Ashley Hopwood and Miss Mary Roberts.
So your cousin Paul?
Yes.
Another cute one.
He's an accountant.
Fascinating.
It is. I've always loved math. There's something beautiful about the logic of numbers and the concise information on a balance sheet or income and loss statement, don't you think?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You just can't beat the thrill of a positive cash flow or the creation of a successful budget.
I told you insanity runs in the family.
And this is Harrison Blythe, another cousin.
Nice to meet you. You look familiar. Hey, you're the Pachetto underwear man.
That I am.
I can't believe that I'm related to the Pachetto underwear man. Would you mind if I take a quick picture?
Why not?
Listen!
Okay.
There is a car coming up the drive. The 6th air.
Okay. She gives me the willies.
Didn't hear any car.
She's psychic. She's psychic and this house is haunted.
Nonsense. The next thing you know, you'll be seeing ghosts.
Well, personally, I've never seen a ghost, but I've kind of felt queer ever since I came into this house.
And not before then.
Mr. Blythe.
I just meant that this place makes me a little uncomfortable.
Me too.
Not comfortable here. What will you do if you inherit the place?
I don't expect to inherit it. I never win anything. Of course, I do have a 1 in 6 chance, and that would be a 16.66666%, wouldn't it?
I still have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry I'm late. It's really coming down up there. My car stalled out twice. I hope you weren't all waiting for me.
We had no choice.
You made it. That's all that matters. Miss Ashley Hopwood, Miss Mary Roberts, this is Hunter West.
A hairstylist. I Googled him too.
Nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you.
And this is Charles Willard.
Call me Charlie.
Can we speed this up a bit? I'm Harry Blythe. We're somehow related.
Hey, I recognize you. You're the Pachetto underwear man.
Guilty.
I can't believe I'm related to the Pachetto underwear man.
I suppose you'd like a photo.
Why?
And last but not least,
Paul. Paul Jones.
Hi, Hunter.
Hi, Paul.
oh, you two know each other.
I wasn't sure he would remember. It was over 10 years ago.
I remember.
We met at a wedding.
I remember.
I was hoping you would be here.
Look, this is all very nice, but let's be honest. Even though we are related, after tonight, there's a pretty good chance we'll never see each other again.
I hope that's not true.
We are gathered here tonight for one reason and one reason only. Don't you think we should get on with it?
All right. If you'll all take a seat, we can begin. As you know, Simon Canby West died in this house exactly 20 years ago tonight, and he made me the executor of his estate. As you may not know, Mr. West was a very eccentric man and, well, hated all his living relatives.
Lucky for us.
Not wishing any of them to enjoy the fortunes he amassed through his publishing company, Mr. West invested in government bonds that matured in 20 years. At the end of that time, I was to assemble all his surviving relatives and read his will.
This is so exciting.
You 6 people are the last living descendants of Mr. Simon Canby West.
Boom! The lights go out, leaving everyone in total darkness.
I was afraid this would happen.
Don't anyone panic.
Why would we panic?
Dark in here. Why is it so dark?
Because the lights went out.
It's the storm, that's all.
Can someone pass me the vodka?
Talbot, are there any candles?
Yes, sir, I will go find them.
Don't bother.
Harrison takes out his cell phone and turns on the flashlight. Charles, Paul, Hunter, and Ashley do the same.
Oh, this reminds me of sitting around the campfire back home.
I love camping.
Me too. Does anyone know any ghost stories?
I'll bet Talbot does.
Talbot, is there a generator in the house?
No.
Are we just going to sit here in the dark?
Looks like we have no choice.
The power will return shortly. It always does.
Well, this is fun.
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. Take one down,
pass it around.
Leave!
99 bottles of beer on the wall. Well, we can't just sit here doing nothing.
Well, what do you suggest?
Anyone want to play charades?
No,
I will.
I am in hell.
I'll go first.
It's a movie.
Okay, pass me that bottle.
It's one word. Face.
Cheek.
Oh,
The lights come on again.
thank God.
Maybe we should get back to business in case we lose the lights again.
Yes, let's all take our seats.
What about charades?
You won.
So Crosby, you can continue.
The answer was Jaws.
So, here's the will in these 3 envelopes. I will now read the instructions on the envelope marked number 1.
Wait!
What is it?
Silence! Listen.
Oh, that was weird.
Wait!
Quit doing that.
She's got to quit doing that.
Scared me.
You scream like a girl.
I am a girl.
Not you.
Hey.
Are you all right?
Yes, I understand. Tell me.
Talbot, are you okay?
In some kind of trance.
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, now she's starting to freak me out.
This house is haunted. I knew it. I just knew it.
What are you trying to tell me?
Possessed, like in that movie?
I don't know.
Tell me the name.
Talbot. Miss Talbot.
If her head starts spinning around, I'm out of here.
She gonna throw up?
What? What is it?
Are you all right? You appear to be in some kind of a...
It was the spirits. They used my body as a vessel.
Oh, I hate that.
But what was that noise?
That was a warning. That gong foretells death. The master heard it just before he died.
Okay, well, I've been thinking that there really isn't any use of me staying around here, and maybe it's not too late to get a ride back.
No, you can't go.
Can't seem to get a signal.
You don't believe in ghosts, do you?
No, of course not. Do you?
I do.
Starting to.
Well, I don't.
But what about that gong?
It's nothing. It's probably an old grandfather's clock running somewhere in the house.
There is no clock running in this house.
I knew it. This place is haunted.
Nonsense.
The toll says 7 may live.
But there are 8 people in this room.
One must die before morning.
Oh, I feel faint.
Me too.
Get yourself together.
But it's so hot in here. I need some air.
Quit your kidding and sit down.
Hey, don't touch him.
Crosby, can you please just go on with the will? We've had enough interruptions.
Yes, we should. Everyone, please take a seat. On September 27th, you will open this envelope and read its contents to my relatives who are assembled in my library at Westmount Manor. First, let my executor ask the prospective heirs assembled this night if they are willing to take what fortune offers them and not question my judgment in the manner in which I shall dispose of my fortune. Is that clear? Any objections?
No, that's all right.
Go ahead.
If they're willing,
Just a minute. I don't know about that. Maybe his judgment wasn't so good.
are you satisfied or not?
He is. Go on.
Are you?
I guess.
It's fine.
Do you agree?
Usually.
Ignore her. She has a hard time keeping up.
If they are willing to take what fortune offers, then let my executive open the envelope marked number 2 and read my will. I, Simon Canby West, being of sound mind and body, do hereby declare, as the sole heir to all my money, bonds, securities, estate real and otherwise, my descendant man or woman who bears the surname of West. If more than one bears the surname of West, then my estate shall be equally divided among them. Signed, Simon Canby West. Witnesses, Abigail Talbot, Roger Crosby. Oh, there is, however, a codicil. In the event of the death of the beneficiary, or if he or she be proved to be of unsound mind, or if it be proved in a court of law that the said beneficiary is not competent to properly handle the estate, then my executor will open the envelope marked number 3 and declare the next heir. Therefore, in accordance with the will, I now declare Mr. Hunter West as the sole heir of the West estate and master of Westmount Manor. Hunter, I congratulate you, and as there is no doubt as to the good health and sanity of Mr. West, I trust that this third envelope will never be opened.
Congratulations, Hunter.
I can't say I'm not jealous, but congratulations too.
Thank you. And rest assured, Westmount is open to you all.
Congratulations, Hunter. I guess I won't be quitting my job anytime soon.
You gonna plan to do with all that money in this place?
I don't know. It's a lot to take in.
Just to show I'm not a jealous old lady, I congratulate you as well.
Thanks. Isn't it wonderful?
Well, of course, but money doesn't always bring happiness.
It certainly helps.
Mr. Crosby, one thing puzzles me about the will.
What's that?
What did he mean when he said, if the heir proved to be of unsound mind?
Mr. West believed that there was a streak of insanity in the family. The clause was put there in case that failing should reappear in the heir. In that event, the estate would go to the heir named in the third envelope.
I wonder who that is.
No wonder.
I didn't know there was insanity in the family.
Just look around this place.
Well, in any case, the will is legal and binding.
I don't dispute that. I'm only saying that the old man was nutty.
Here are the keys to the house, Master West.
Master.
Oh, and this is for you. When Mr. West was dying, he gave me this letter to give to the heir after the will was read. You are to open the envelope tonight in his room where you are to sleep.
So everyone is staying tonight.
No one is getting out of here.
What do you mean by that?
There is only one road to Westmount. When the bridge is submerged, our connection to the outside world is cut off, completely severed.
Oh dear, oh dear.
This might be kind of fun, like a slumber party. I can do your nails. I brought my beauty bag.
Of course you did.
Could this be any weirder? Imagine trusting someone to deliver a letter 20 years after your death.
Well, this is all news to me. Talbot, when did he give you that letter?
Just before he died.
I wonder what's in it.
I have no idea, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was about the watch.
Watch?
The missing pocket watch.
I don't understand.
Oh yeah, I remember my mother telling me about that.
Well, I've heard all about it.
I haven't.
Me neither.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but then again, I usually don't.
According to family history, the West acquired an extremely valuable pocket watch that remained in the family for generations.
Its origins can be traced back to King Louis XVI, when Marie Antoinette commissioned the watch. Somehow it survived the revolution, and the West family procured it from an auction house. It's worth a fortune.
How much?
I would estimate in today's dollar it would be somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 million.
Mother said that after it came into Simon's possession, it was lost or stolen.
It did disappear, but I don't believe it was lost or stolen. But no attempt was ever made to collect on the insurance. I believe Mr. West hid it somewhere in the house.
Why would he do that?
Because he was a nut.
Did you ever see it?
No, but I imagine it's magnificent, like everything else here at Westmount. Hunter, I must congratulate you again.
Some people have all the luck.
Thanks again, everyone. I'll open this envelope before I go to bed. Right now, I need to get something to eat. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starving.
I anticipated that. And I've prepared a tray of delicacies. Just a few recipes that I was dying to try. I will warm them for you.
While you're doing that, we can explore the house, and you guys can pick out your rooms.
Oh, I can sleep anywhere.
And probably have.
I'm starting to feel at home already.
Aren't you just a little bit scared to sleep in that room where he died?
Why should I be?
Because this house is haunted. Ask that woman. She says that she's seen spirits.
Suppose she has. She's been living here all this time, and they haven't hurt you yet, have they?
But there is something evil in this house.
Come on.
Wait, I'm not going alone.
You'll protect us, won't you, Paul?
Well, I don't know if I'd be much use.
Don't worry. I'll protect you all.
Ooh, I don't want to miss this.
Well, looks like this was a wasted trip.
Look on the bright side. We got to meet some relatives.
Big deal. All these weeks of anticipation, all this time traveling here, and the whole thing's over in 30 minutes. And it's kind of ironic, don't you think?
What is?
That in the end, everything goes to the person named West. And Hunter will probably be the last one. I feel pretty confident that he won't be having any children.
Why do you say that?
Well, come on, can you tell? Hunter is,
What? Gay?
Yes.
I didn't pick up on that. So what if he is?
I didn't say there was anything wrong with it. It's just that virtually every man that recognizes me from those ads is gay.
Paul recognized you too.
Exactly. There is, or was, something going on between those two. I could sense it.
You seem bitter.
Well, I'll admit I'm not happy. I was really hoping to hear my name read.
Well, since we're being honest, so was I.
You want another?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. So what's it like being a model?
It had its perks. But that inheritance would have been nice. Hell, I'd settle for that watch. Do you really think it's hidden somewhere in this house?
Who knows?
We should look for it.
What's the point? Even if we did find it, we couldn't keep it. It belongs to Hunter. Everything belongs to Hunter. You see the look of Mary's face when the will was read? She looked pissed.
Could you tell?
She's not the friendliest, is she?
No, she's not. She's also broke. Yeah, she's not the only one that Googles. It seems that her side of the family wasn't the best with finances. Her house is in foreclosure.
That's too bad. What about Ashley? She seemed to take it well.
I think she's just happy to be out of Galesburg. Yeah, I couldn't find much about her. Her husband, on the other hand, was a different story. He's got a rap sheet about a mile long. He just served 3 years for chick fraud.
Sounds like you did your research. What'd you find out about me?
Not much. You passed the real estate exam and got your license. You've sold quite a few houses. You won a local sales competition. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Guess I'm pretty dull.
You don't know the meaning of the word dull until you've read Paul's page. He writes an accounting blog. I couldn't get past the first 2 paragraphs.
He did say he loves math.
Apparently so do a lot of other people. He has a ton of followers.
What about Hunter?
Yeah, what about Hunter?
Oh, well, we were just saying that you were one lucky guy.
Thanks. I needed a refill. Will want one?
Sure. Where'd you put me?
At the end of the hall. Harrison, you're sleeping in the first room at the head of the stairs.
Find any spirits in the house?
Just the scotch and whiskey.
I think I'll check out my new digs.
Aren't you curious?
Not really. I'm sure the rooms all look pretty much the same. Dark, decrepit, and decaying.
The house does need some renovations, doesn't it?
Well, you certainly can afford it.
Oh, what did I miss?
Not a thing.
You know, I wasn't the least bit hungry until Talbot mentioned food. What do you think's keeping her?
Maybe she's having trouble lighting her cauldron.
Okay, she's really pretty nice.
I told you.
She probably won't like me interfering, but I'll go check on her.
Good luck. Pour yourself another one, Mr. Crosby. Looks like it's going to be a long night.
Well, I'll say one thing for the old man. He knew his scotch.
I wish he knew as much about wills.
My room is ghastly.
You guys won't believe me. There's a leopard skin rug on the floor. I think it's real.
Everything in this house is real.
Including the ghost. This house is haunted. I know it. I know it just as I'm standing in this spot.
What do you know?
That something is going to happen tonight. Something terrible. Don't you dare laugh at me, Harrison Blythe. I can feel it. Aunt Eleanor is trying to warn me.
What's she trying to warn you about?
Danger.
Sorry. Are you a medium, Miss Roberts?
I always thought that maybe I was, and now I know it. Didn't you hear that Talbot say that a spirit was trying to warn me? That spirits were swirling all around me?
You mustn't believe everything Talbot says.
What I do. I felt it in my bones the moment I entered this house. Something terrible is going to happen.
Going to scream every time there's thunder.
I don't know.
So, Mary, if nothing terrible happens tonight, will you be disappointed?
I won't.
I hope I'm wrong, but I know I'm not.
Maybe you're right. No, maybe there is something. Something waiting just outside this door. I can feel it. The door is freezing. Something is there waiting to pounce.
Harrison.
I can sense it too.
Really?
Oh, hideous spirit, we know you are there.
Oh, don't antagonize it.
Can you hear me? If you can hear me, tap 3 times.
I can't hear you. There is a man outside. He wants to see the master of the house.
Who is he?
He is from Hillcrest, the asylum.
What does he want?
I do not know.
Why don't you just show him in?
Well, technically, Hunter's the man of the house now. Where is he?
I believe he is investigating the wine cellar.
I'm sure it's okay. Send him in.
As you wish.
Wonder what he wants.
Probably wants to take one of us back with him.
Where is this place, Mr. Crosby?
Hillcrest. It's about 2 miles past the ravine, about 5 miles outside the village.
This is the man.
Are you the boss?
Not exactly.
But I represent the owner of the house. Who are you?
My name is Reinhardt. I'm the head guard up at Hillcrest. We're looking for a patient that got away this morning.
Patient?
You mean you're looking for an escaped lunatic?
Well, yes.
Oh my God.
Well, why didn't you just come right out with it?
Didn't want to scare anybody.
Too late?
But is there any cause for alarm?
Yes.
Yes.
Is this patient dangerous?
Dangerous? He's a killer.
Oh my God.
A homicidal maniac. Have you heard of the Calderhead murders? 6 people died that night at his hands. Or should I say at his talons. He rips open the throats of his victims with nails like claws.
Okay. I think we've heard enough.
He fancies himself to be this some kind of a bat or a giant bird.
What makes you think he would be here?
Yes, what makes you think that?
I didn't say he was here. We're asking at all the nearby houses. He might be anywhere. He likes to break into houses and hide. Then he waits till everyone has gone to bed and prowls around.
He's escaped before?
Yes, he got away from us about a year ago. And, well, lucky I got there just in time.
What does he look like?
When he escaped, he had on a black stretch hat and a long cape-like coat. He's an old guy with a bald head, sharp teeth, and fingernails like claws. He's about your height, Charles, and build. For some reason, I'm the only one up there that can handle him.
Well, it doesn't sound like you've been doing a very good job of it.
Just exactly how do you control him?
With anything I can. A chair, a club, an electric prod. We usually keep him sedated. When he's not medicated, we have to keep him strapped down in this straitjacket.
It's terrible. It seems so inhumane. Think of being strapped down in that thing. It'd make anybody violent.
Is he medicated now?
He was, but I'm sure it's worn off by now.
Guy?
This poor old guy would just as soon tear you open like a vulture ripping into its prey. Take my advice. If you see him, run like hell.
I will.
Well, do you think...
Now, don't get too excited. It's not likely that he's around here. And I've got the rest of our men looking over the grounds of the estate on both sides of the ravine.
But suppose...
Don't get nervous. The chances that he could get into this house are very slim.
How slim?
Well, there's a chance he may be prowling around, so just to be safe, none of you had better go out before morning, and be sure to lock all the doors and windows.
Oh, something terrible is going to happen. I just know it.
If we get him, I'll drop back in and let you know. I need to get out there and help the other men. Good night.
So, what do you think we should do?
I don't know, but I'm not going outside.
Say anything about this to Ashley or Hunter, though. There's no point in scaring them.
Are you kidding? Both of them need to be told. If there is any danger, which there probably isn't, they ought to know. Where are they anyway?
Ashley said she was going to freshen up, but I'm not sure where Hunter went.
What do you think, Mr. Crosby?
Well, I don't believe that we are in any danger, so there probably is no use in alarming them. What do you think, Paul?
I think someone ought to make sure that all the doors and windows are locked.
Yes, yes.
I meant about telling the others.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they ought to be told, and on the other hand, maybe they shouldn't.
A lot of help.
Let's just keep it between us, okay?
You win. I won't say anything.
And you won't say anything, will you, Miss Roberts?
Of course not. Do you think I'm the type that can't keep a secret? Oh dear, I just know we'll all be murdered in our beds.
Here you are. I got lost. Hunter says the food is ready. They're in the dining room.
Oh, dear.
Oh, why, Cousin Mary, what is wrong?
Nothing. I wonder if that Talbot creature can make me a strong tea.
Well, I'm sure she can.
Oh, come along, Ashley. Oh, I have something to tell you. There's a deranged escaped lunatic prowling around the neighborhood. He might be in this very house.
Now, I don't think there's any danger, but we should be prepared. Harrison, where are you going?
To get a little fresh air.
Harrison reaches into his pocket and takes out a joint.
Suppose you run into the madman.
I'm not sharing.
Maybe we should go down and check that all the windows are closed and all the doors bolted.
I thought you guys were hungry.
I seem to have lost my appetite.
We'll be right there. I just want to check on something.
I'll go with you.
Why are they acting so weird, Paul?
I don't know.
I hope they don't hate me. Were they talking about me?
No.
Well, where's Harrison?
getting some air.
That sounds like a good idea.
Hunter takes out a joint.
Should you be doing that in here?
Why not? It's my house.
Oh, yeah.
So, aren't you going to say anything?
About what?
Why you never called me? Or answered any of my emails?
I'm sorry, it just got weird.
I thought we had a good time.
We did until I found out that we were related, and then it just seemed kind of dirty and not in a good way.
You know, I asked my mom about you. The best we could tell is that we're fourth cousins, once removed. Practically strangers. You want some of this?
No, I need to keep my wits about me.
Are you seeing anyone?
No. How about you?
Well, I was living with a guy for a while, but it didn't work out. He was a lawyer and really into money. I didn't make enough to keep him interested.
If only he had waited. I did try and keep track of you, and when I heard that your dad died, I thought about coming down.
Well, I wish you had. That whole thing with him was a nightmare. You know, when I finally came out, he wasn't happy. He tolerated me, but he wasn't happy. Mom took it well, but, you know, after she died, he became so unbearable that I had to move out. You know, even when he got sick, he didn't want me around. And you know what the last thing he said to me was? On the day he died? That I was going to rot in hell.
He didn't.
He did. He said people like me were an abomination in the sight of God.
People?
Yes. People.
That makes me so mad. Why is it always the religious people that... I'm sorry.
Oh, you're sweet. And cute. Cuter than I remembered.
Stop it.
You need to update your photo on your blog.
Have you been stalking me?
Maybe.
Good. This place sure is creepy.
You don't believe in all this ghost stuff, do you?
Me? Of course not. Well, maybe a little. That Talbot woman is very strange. Everything about this place is strange. Look at this stuff. A crystal ball, a Ouija board, tarot cards. I think these are real bones. I'm not going to be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Oh, is that an invitation?
Come on. What if someone else walks in?
I don't care. They all seem okay.
Harrison is more than okay. You think there's any chance he would take his shirt off?
Should I be jealous?
I was only kidding. He's not my type.
He's everybody's type. I read somewhere that he was being laid off. That Pachetto dropped his contract.
Really?
Yeah, but don't say anything. I think they're going with a younger guy.
That's too bad. Do you think he's gay?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Hunter picks up the Ouija board and places it on the desk.
Oh, I hate these things.
Come on. What? Are you afraid?
No, but they don't work. They're just stupid.
Then you have nothing to fear. Come on. Put your hand on the paddle. Ouija? Is Harrison gay? Hey, it's moving.
No, it's not. You're moving it.
I'm not. Look. N-O.
N-O. No, he's straight. I knew it.
Wait, it's still moving. M.
You swear you're not pushing it?
I'm not. I-S. N-O-M-I-S.
N-O-M-I-S. No miss. It means no misses, no girls. He's gay. I knew it.
There are two S's and misses. and it stopped. No, it's just one word. No miss.
No miss.
What does that mean?
I think it's that Indian word they use in yoga.
No, that's namaste. I have no idea what no miss means. Hey, wait, it's moving again. You
You
are
you are what?
in.
You were in what? You were in luck, you were in danger. I'll bet it's a warning.
I don't know, but it stopped again. You are in. Earn. Do you think that it means earn?
Hunter gets up and crosses to the big urn by the desk.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. It's just an urn.
Well, maybe it has someone's ashes in it. Maybe it contains the remains of Simon West.
Hunter looks inside the urn and sticks his hand in.
Be careful.
It's an urn. It's not gonna bite me. Ouch!
That is not funny.
Hey.
Hunter pulls a gun out of the urn.
Watch it.
What do you think this is doing in there?
I don't know, but put it back.
I wonder who it belongs to.
I don't care. Just put it back before you shoot yourself. Or me.
God, you are so budge. Maybe it belongs to Talbot. Maybe she keeps it for protection.
Hunter puts the gun back into the urn.
What could hurt her?
Hunter, do you mind if I talk to you for a moment?
Not at all.
In private?
It's okay. You can say whatever you want in front of Paul.
No, that's okay. I'll go grab something to eat.
What is it? You look so serious.
I don't want to worry you, but there is something you should know.
Can't it wait until tomorrow?
No, tomorrow may be too late. You know, Mr. West was very eccentric. Well, along with his papers, I've made a discovery. It's convinced me that it might be dangerous to leave you here alone.
These are blueprints. Prints of the house. I don't see the big deal.
Do you notice anything in particular?
No, not really.
Look closely.
I don't see anything. They just look like ordinary plans. Wow. I didn't realize that the property was so big.
Hunter!
It looks like at some point there was an addition to the house.
Hunter, you are in danger. Grave danger. And I think I know who's behind it.
Mr. Crosby, it's been a long day. Okay, I don't want to have to think anymore tonight. Can we pick this up again tomorrow?
A hand comes through the panel. It wears a glove with a long silver claw-like fingernails. The hand grabs Mr. Crosby by the throat and pulls him into the wall. The panel closes.
Mr. Crosby? Mr. Crosby! Oh, God, you scared me. Where did Mr. Crosby go?
I have not seen him.
You had to have seen him. He must have passed you in the hall.
I passed no one in the hall, and I have not seen Mr. Crosby. Are you sure he was here?
Well, I was just talking to him. He was here.
Perhaps he was in the dining room with the others.
Paul, come here. Charlie. Why are you looking at me like that? I haven't lost my mind. I'm not crazy.
What are you shouting about?
Was Mr. Crosby with you in the dining room?
No, only Charles and Paul.
What is wrong? You look so pale.
A few minutes ago, I was sitting there, and Mr. Crosby was over there talking to me. Then suddenly he vanished.
Vanished?
Mr. Crosby vanished.
Like he melted into thin air. Talbot was standing out there, and so no one left the room.
No one has left this room.
But you must have heard me talking to him.
I heard only you.
Perhaps Simon West wasn't the only lunatic in our family.
And what's that supposed to mean?
When a person begins to talk to himself and see people vanish right in front of him, it is curious.
Saying that Hunter's losing his mind.
They say it runs in our family.
You believe me, don't you?
Of course we do.
Yes, Crosby was here when I left.
See?
That doesn't prove anything. He was here when I left, too.
Do you think I imagine Mr. Crosby disappearing in front of me? Okay, if it was my imagination, where is he?
Yes, where is Mr. Crosby?
Probably out with Harrison Blythe getting stoned.
What?
I'm not an idiot. He reeks of marijuana. In fact, this whole room does.
How come no one asked me?
Mr. West, it's been a long night, and you're clearly upset and nervous. I didn't mean to imply that you were actually crazy. I was only trying to... Never mind. Come on, Ashley, let's retire to our rooms and lock the doors. With a dozen lunatics in the house, it'll be a mercy that we're not all murdered in our beds.
But it's still early.
It's late.
Can we at least stop by the dining room again? If I go to bed with an empty stomach, my mind wanders.
That would be a short trip.
Is there anything I can do?
Yes. You can find Mr. Crosby.
Where was he standing when he vanished?
There. Right there where Paul is standing.
Oh,
Please try and help find him.
Right? Well, we know he's not in here. Let me investigate, all right?
You don't think I'm mad, do you?
of course not, but I'd be mad too if someone was accusing me of being crazy.
You're sweet.
Well, maybe this isn't the right time, but we should talk.
Okay.
I only wanted to say that now that I'm here and you're here.
I know. Me too. Let's talk about it tomorrow.
If we're still alive.
Has Mr. Crosby returned?
No.
It got him, the demon in this house.
What?
The gong foretold it.
Boom!
Oh, ghosts, spirits, and now demons. I am locking myself in my bedroom. Good night.
Remember, you have got to open that letter.
Oh, yes.
And I will prepare your room.
Talbot exits. Hunter goes to the table to retrieve the letter. He looks at the envelope for a moment and then turns off the last remaining lamp. This leaves him in the dark with only the moonlight from the doors illuminating the room. Suddenly, Hunter feels as if he's being watched. As he makes his way to the door, there's another crash of lightning and thunder. As he exits, the clawed hand appears above the back of the armchair. Blackout. End of Act 1. Act 2. The lights come up on the master bedroom next to the library. It is a large, gloomy room with a large canopy bed upstage and a fireplace with ornate mantel and an antique clock. Next to the bed is a nightstand and lamp. Talbot is in the process of unpacking Hunter's clothes and turning down the bed. Hunter enters carrying the blueprints and the letter.
Oh, God, you scared me.
I have that effect on people.
I think I just got a little spooked. All this talk of ghosts and... God, what a dreary room.
It is exactly as it was the night that he died.
Well, I do like the fireplace. Wait until I redecorate it. I'm going to have the most fantastic place.
I hope you will be happy here.
This clock is fantastic. It has got to be 100 years old. But why isn't it running?
The clock stopped 20 years ago tonight, just as Mr. West died.
Well, let's see if it'll go. There. That's about right. Listen to it tick. This house has character. You know, I'm starting to like it more and more every minute, in spite of what just happened.
What was that?
Well, when I was in the library and you were turning off the lights, I felt... Well, I sensed... I don't know. Something behind me. Something...
Evil?
For a moment, I felt trapped. It was the same type of feeling I used to get when I was a kid and had to go down to our basement. It was so creepy down there. It always gave me the...
Night terrors.
Talbot, you don't really think there's anything weird in the house, do you?
There most certainly is. Spirits, but there are two kinds. The good ones that help you and the others And like the one that was behind you in the library. That was the demon that got into this house, but as long as you are not afraid, it cannot harm you.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Neither am I.
Holding up a pair of Hunter's underwear.
Except maybe these.
Oh, Talbot, you made a joke. Okay. You don't have to unpack. I can do it.
It is my job until I am told otherwise. Do not forget about the letter.
Oh, yes. Uncle Simon gave this to you 20 years ago?
20 years ago tonight, just before he died, on that very bed.
Oh.
You are afraid.
No, I'm not. It's just that I'm concerned about Mr. Crosby. He must have gone somewhere, but where?
I do not know.
I couldn't have imagined he was in the room with me, could I? No, Paul saw him come in. Talbot, I tell you, he was there.
I believe you, Master.
Oh, please don't call me that. If he was there, and you really didn't see him come out, where did he go?
It got him, the evil spirit.
Okay, how could a spirit, if there was such a thing, take a grown man like Mr. Crosby and make him vanish? No spirit could do that.
What was Mr. Crosby talking about right when he disappeared?
Well, he was trying to tell me about some kind of danger.
You see, he was trying to warn you about it when it got him.
Huh. Who is it?
It's me, Harry.
Oh, hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just a little jumpy.
What's all this I heard about Mr. Crosby?
Well, he just disappeared. He was with me in the library, and when he stopped talking, I looked up and he was gone. Then I got this very strange feeling.
Come on, you aren't starting to believe this ghost nonsense, are you? He probably just decided to drive back up to the city.
He wouldn't do that. He would have said goodbye.
Well, I checked out the library. There's no place he could hide, no closets or anything. Are you sure he was in the room with you?
Well, why does everyone keep asking me that? I'm not crazy.
Okay, calm down. I'm sure Mr. Crosby's okay.
I am not.
To be on the safe side, I think I might sleep in the library tonight.
Why?
In case Mr. Crosby returns. There's a couch there. And if anything happens, I'll be next door. Did Mary or Charlie mention anything to you? Anything about...
Anything about what? Huh?
Oh, nothing. Never mind. Hopefully, I'll see you in the morning.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm getting up very early to leave.
It will still be a few hours before the bridge is passable.
Let's hope you're wrong.
The spirits are never wrong.
If I don't see you, congratulations again on all that money. It's quite the windfall.
Thanks.
If you need any help spending it, let me know. Good night.
Good night. Talbot, did he seem strange to you?
You all seem strange to me.
Well, I got the feeling he was trying to tell me something. Maybe I am beginning to lose my mind. Talbot, could I ask you a favor?
Anything, sir.
Would you mind going to check Mr. Crosby's room? Maybe he's turned up, and see if everyone else is doing okay.
As you wish.
Hunter opens his suitcase, takes out a pair of sweatpants and a t-shirt and starts changing.
Who is it? Who's there? Harry?
It's us, Mary.
And Ashley.
Oh, just a second.
What's going on in there?
I'm just changing.
We just wanted to make sure you were okay.
And to say goodnight.
I'm fine, thanks.
These rooms sure are big. Now that Shay is back home, our place seems kind of cramped. He was in prison.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. He got paroled.
You must be so proud.
Oh, I am. Shay is a good man and an excellent provider.
He sounds like quite a catch.
He is. I think everyone should have someone special. How about you, Hunter? You got a sweetheart?
I'm working on it.
What about you, Cousin Mary? Anyone special in your life?
No.
Well, it was never too late. My boss took herself another husband, her third. She's over 60 and has to wear special glasses. She's got a stigmata.
The last thing I need is a man in my life. I've been down that road before, and he practically cleaned me out.
But wouldn't it be nice to have someone keeping you warm at night?
I have my cats.
A cat is a poor substitute for a man.
Amen, sister.
I didn't come in here to discuss my personal life. I came in here because I feel it is my duty to tell Hunter something. Something I think you should know.
Okay, if it's something that will make me more nervous than I already am, I don't want to hear it tonight. You can tell me in the morning.
So you are frightened?
I didn't say that. I said I was a little nervous.
Well, back there in the library, I'd say you were a little more than nervous.
I was just confused.
Confused? Have you always been in good health?
Of course I have.
Ever suffer from headaches or pains in the back of your head?
No.
Ever see black spots in front of your eyes?
No.
It's funny you would ask that. A couple of weeks ago, I was at the grocery store and I picked up a can of tuna.
What does that have to do with anything?
As I was reading the label, I started getting these black spots in front of my eyes. I kept blinking, but it got worse and worse. I thought I was going blind.
And?
I wasn't. It turned out it was just my mascara flaking off. It was a no-name brand I got at the dollar store.
Why are you talking about mascara?
I don't know.
Was your mother related to your father?
I think so. They were married. What were we talking about?
I was simply inquiring about the mental stability of Hunter. Do you have bad dreams, Hunter? Hallucinations? You can tell me.
I'm sorry to disappoint, but I'm just as sane as you.
Well, I hope you're not offended by my questions. It's just that now that you are the heir,
Yes.
I'm just wondering if there really is anything to the hereditary insanity. It's in our family, you know.
I think it missed our side entirely. How about you, Ashley? What do you think?
I try not to.
Well, Harrison said
Harrison said what? That I was losing my mind?
we were all just talking. It didn't mean anything. Come, Ashley, it's getting late.
Good night, Hunter. Sweet dreams.
With a homicidal maniac running loose?
What? What are you talking about?
They made me promise not to tell.
Who?
Harrison and Charles and Paul and Mr. Crosby, they all made me promise not to tell.
About what?
My lips are sealed.
Okay.
There is an insane lunatic prowling around this house. The guard from Hillcrest was here. The asylum? It seems there's an escape patient on the loose, and they've traced him here. Apparently he thinks he's some kind of big bird or something.
Oh, I love Big Bird.
I felt it was my duty to warn you. If you're going to be murdered in your bed, I think you deserve to know it.
That's probably why Harrison was acting so strangely.
How could you tell?
And I'll bet that's what Mr. Crosby was trying to warn me about. Perhaps he got Mr. Crosby.
Do you really think so?
Well, if he got Mr. Crosby, he must be in this house.
Maybe he's out there right now waiting for us.
The door opens and Paul rushes in, slamming the door behind him. He is wearing Star Wars pajamas.
Out in the hall, just now. Out in the hall, something passed me. I couldn't see it, but I felt it. It touched me. I heard it breathe.
Did?
And I couldn't see it, but I know it was hideous, and the smell was putrid, like rotting flesh.
Why did you run away from me?
You? It was you that passed me in the hall?
I was coming from Mr. Crosby's room. Mr. Paul saw me, screamed, and then ran like a mouse.
You were scared?
Well, I don't know that I was exactly scared, but I might have been nervous.
We're all just a little spooked. We can't let our imaginations run loose.
Well, all the same, if I were you, I'd lock the door tonight and look under the bed. That's what I'm going to do. Come on, Ashley. Let's go to our rooms. We'll be safer there. we can drag furniture in front of our doors.
Why?
For exercise.
Be careful. The hallways are dark. I shall lead you to your rooms.
Night.
I guess I should go too.
I wish you wouldn't.
Are you afraid?
No. Do you want to sleep here tonight?
With you?
It's not like it would be the first time.
That was a long time ago. 10 years, 3 months, and 18 days.
You said you were going to be a CPA, and look at you now.
And you said you were going to be a dancer, and look at you now.
A hairstylist.
Had to perpetuate the stereotype, huh?
Well, you know the real reason I ended up in beauty school? I wanted to piss off my dad. But I actually really like doing hair. You're taller than I remembered.
We're not kids anymore.
Nice pajamas.
Thanks. I couldn't decide between these or the X-Men. And you might not believe it, but I've been told that in a certain light, I look a little like Hugh Jackman.
I believe it. Can I make a confession? I never really did get over you. Come here.
No, he probably died on that bed.
How often do you get propositioned by a millionaire?
Billionaire.
Is it really that much?
Close to it.
I guess it hasn't sunk in yet. What do you say? You want to pick up where we left off?
Maybe.
So, you do like me. More than Harrison?
Well, I'm kidding. Looks aren't everything.
Thanks.
I didn't mean that. But if he walked in here shirtless, I wouldn't look away, and neither would you.
I am not that shallow.
Liar.
I wouldn't.
You're cute when you're jealous.
I'm always cute.
Look, let's just take it slow, okay? I don't want to freak out the relatives.
Okay, they're already pretty freaky.
Charles is nice, kind of cute, and Ashley seems okay.
Yeah, and Cousin Mary is a joy.
Did she tell you about something? Something that's going on around the house?
Oh, you mean about the escaped mental patient?
She told you? I knew it. I knew that she would, and she promised not to. We didn't want you to be afraid.
You're sweet. Come here.
Stop. What if someone comes in?
So what? I'm the master of the house.
I think Talbot is the real master of this place.
Well, she's growing on me.
What are you doing?
Waiting for the Empire to strike back. Did you bring your lightsaber? See, this old house isn't so scary.
You don't have anything to worry about now that I'm here. I'll protect you. I'm not afraid.
It's only the clock, see?
I thought it was the other one, the gong telling someone's death.
Okay, don't think about it. What were you saying?
I was saying that I wasn't afraid. Basically, I was lying. I'm scared stiff, but scared or not, if that maniac is in the house, I'll protect you. Ah!
It's just the door. Oh.
There is no sign of Mr. Crosby. I do not think we will ever hear from him again.
Don't say that.
The house is dark and quiet for the time being. Are you staying here, Mr. Jones?
No, why would I?
I just assumed.
Assumed what?
Well, I am very perceptive. I pick up on things.
What does that mean?
Some of my closest friends are gay. It might interest you to know that the late Mr. West had, how do you say, inclinations, yes, certain proclivities, preferences, if you will.
What?
After his wife died, occasionally he would entertain overnight guests. Gentlemen.
Well, it looks like insanity isn't the only thing that runs in our family.
Okay, this conversation is too weird, even for this place. I'm packing it in.
Are you sure?
Yes, if you need anything, yell. I'm just down the hall. I will see you in the morning. I hope.
Well, I guess I should try and get some sleep too.
Do not forget about that letter.
Oh, yes.
Should I open
Sure.
it?
Did I wake you?
No, there's been a constant flow of relatives in and out.
Sorry.
It's okay. Any word on Mr. Crosby?
No, I've been trying to figure out. I guess he was just called away.
I don't think so.
Well, hopefully he'll turn up by morning. If you need me, just yell. My room's at the end of the hall.
Thanks, Charles, but I feel perfectly safe. In fact, you're the third person tonight who's offered to keep an eye on me. Suddenly, I'm very popular.
Suddenly you are very rich.
Well, it's a big house. I'm going to sleep with my eyes open and my shoes on. Good night.
Night. Well, here goes.
Well, I suppose I will give you your privacy.
Oh, aren't you the least bit curious? To my heir, man or woman, as you read this, pause and reflect that this is the 20th anniversary of the hour that my spirit left my body. I could take no earthly possessions with me and was compelled to leave them to you, my unknown heir. Your hour will come and you will follow me. This is creepy. Here's a verse. Find the number beneath the vine, the hands of time forthwith are thine. Find the number, its rhyme is mine. Huh. It's about the watch. It must be. Find the number beneath the vine. And then, what number rhymes with mine?
9.
9. That's right. 9 rhymes with mine. But that seems too easy. Let me think. Okay, today is the 27th. That's a 2 and a 7. 2 plus 7 equals 9. And this is September. September is the 9th month.
But that gives you 2 9s.
Yes, you're right. But 2 9s equal 18, which is a 1 and an 8. 1 plus 8 equals 9. Everything points to the number 9. Now I wonder where that vine is. Well, there are no plants in here.
No, sir.
There's nothing with leaves either. You don't suppose he meant something outside, maybe in the garden?
I do not know.
Talbot casually walks to the fireplace and conspicuously rests her arm on the mantle.
There, that's it. That would work. It's a vine circling the entire mantle.
It looks like you are on your way. I will leave you now.
Talbot removes an odd-looking talisman from her pocket. It is a homemade ornament with hanging bells.
What is that?
It is something I made. A talisman. It will protect you. Good night, Master. And good luck.
Beneath the vine. The vine.
Hunter follows the scroll work around the fireplace. He follows it to the top and begins to count the little carved knobs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The 9th knob is directly under the vine. Hunter presses it and a secret recess opens. He reaches in and pulls out a small, antique velvet box containing the pocket watch. The doorknob slowly turns, causing the bells on the talisman to ring.
Who's there? Hello? Talbot, is that you? Hello? Is someone there?
There is no answer. Slowly, Hunter makes his way to the door, opens it, and looks out. There is no one there. Hunter closes the door, relocks it, and races back to bed. Before getting in, he checks under the bed and then tucks himself under the covers. He sits with his back to the wall. After a moment spent examining the watch, he puts it back into the case, places it on a pillow next to him, turns off the lamp, and closes his eyes. A small panel in the wall behind the bed opens, and a hand with claw-like talons appears. It reaches over to the pillow, takes the watch, and retreats back into the wall. After a moment, the hand slowly reappears. As it touches his throat, Hunter screams. The hand quickly retreats back into the wall.
What the? Help! Help! Someone!
In the darkness, Hunter knocks over the lamp on the nightstand. It makes a large crash. Fumbling to get up, Hunter trips, falls onto the floor, and injures his leg.
Ouch.
Hunter, are you okay? Hunter, it's me, Harry.
I fell.
The door is locked. Let me in.
Just give me a sec.
Should I break it down?
No, I can get it. Sorry, I had it locked.
What's going on in here?
Oh my god.
What's all the noise?
I fell. I think I may have broken my foot. And you're not dressed.
Here, let me help you.
Okay.
Harrison lifts Hunter in his arms and starts carrying him over to the bed. Paul comes rushing into the room and sees Harrison in his underwear carrying Hunter.
What's going on in here? Oh my God.
No, it's nothing.
I am so sorry.
What's happening? I thought I heard
Oh, cover your eyes.
OMG, prosciuttos.
Cheetos.
There was someone. Well, I thought there was someone here.
What's going on?
That's what I want to know.
Ashley snaps photos of Harrison with her cell phone.
Put that away.
Hunter says someone was in his room.
He was attacked?
Is true?
Are you okay?
I don't know. I thought
Maybe we're dreaming.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I felt someone.
Someone?
Someone's hand.
Well, there's no one here.
I didn't imagine it. I didn't.
I believe you.
Maybe it was that madman.
How do you know about that? Never mind, I can guess.
It wasn't me.
He had to know.
No, there doesn't appear to be anyone here. The window's locked.
And the door was locked when I came.
Well, I had it locked from the inside.
It was the ghost. We were warned.
It wasn't a ghost.
Don't you laugh at me, Harrison Blythe. And why don't you go put on some clothes?
No!
Oh.
More than likely, it was just your imagination. It's been a hectic night. Maybe you dozed off.
I didn't.
Are you sure?
I don't think so. God, maybe I am losing my mind.
I knew it.
Okay, I was laying there with my head on that pillow and it came from the dark. This hand. Wait. It's gone.
What's gone?
The watch. The pocket watch. I found it. It was laying on the pillow next to me in a velvet box.
You found it?
Yes. Don't you see? The hand took it.
The hand?
Yes, the hand.
Had to be an inside job.
The hand.
What are they babbling about?
I think it was a hand job.
Okay, something or someone was here.
I believe you. If Hunter says that something was here, something was here.
Maybe it was Mr. Crosby.
Or the escaped lunatic.
What possible use could he have for an antique pocket watch?
To tell the time.
Would he even know about it?
There has to be an explanation.
Perhaps we're dealing with an unsound mind.
I don't think so.
Didn't he say that Mr. Crosby vanished right in front of him, and now a hand reaching out of nowhere and stealing a valuable watch? People don't just disappear into thin air, even if he says so. I think it's pretty obvious he's unbalanced, and I, for one, am going to see that he's examined by a specialist.
I can hear you.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I might have known you would take his side, the way you look at him with those puppy dog eyes.
Okay, Cousin Mary, that's enough.
Don't cousin marry me. The rest of you think just the same as I do. That Hunter is crazy. But I'm the only one that's honest enough to come out with it.
Okay, so that's it. You all think I'm nuts.
I don't.
I know you don't. And thank you. I've been through enough tonight to drive anyone crazy. And a few minutes ago, I must admit that I was starting to doubt my own sanity. But now I can think clearly. And I'm going to tell you exactly what happened, and you're going to believe me. Okay, I found the watch there. It was in a jewelry case, hidden in the secret compartment. And then I felt something watching me. The doorknob turned, but when I opened the door, there was no one out there. Either it was just my nerves, or someone was trying to frighten me. So I looked under my bed, and there was nothing there. So I was certain it was just my imagination, right? Well, I looked at the watch for a few moments, and then put it on the pillow next to me.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. Okay, I thought it would be safe, but I turned out the last light and went to bed. Just as I was falling asleep, I felt an icy breath sweep over me. I opened my eyes, and out of the darkness, a long, claw-like hand reached out towards me and touched my throat.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Look.
I yelled, knocked over the lamp, and fell and hurt my foot, and then I heard the pounding on the door.
That was me.
And then Harrison carried me over to the bed.
In his pachetos.
Okay, I'm as sane as anyone in this room. You have to believe me, because what I've told you is the truth. Okay, and I'm going to prove it to you. The hand that took the watch came out of that wall.
Hunter hops over to the wall and begins to feel near the bed. He searches around with his fingers for any type of hidden panel.
What's he doing?
Isn't it obvious? He's mad.
After a moment, Hunter accidentally touches the spring and the wall panel slowly starts to slide open.
There, see, I told you.
As the panel opens, a dead body slowly falls forward into the room.
It's Mr. Crosby!
He's dead.
As Ashley snaps a photo with her cell phone, the lights fade to black. End of Act 2. Act 3. The lights come up on the library. Hunter, Paul, Mary, Ashley, Harrison, and Charles are all in the room. Hunter is seated with his leg elevated. Talbot enters with another bottle.
Isn't it terrible? Poor Mr. Crosby. I've never seen a dead body before, unless you count TV.
Oh, no, you're all right. You're awfully quiet.
Well, he's had a terrible shock. It's enough to drive anyone crazy. I didn't mean that.
I know. I'm okay. I'm just trying to think.
Listen, all of you, there's no doubt about our having company in the house. Mr. Crosby's death proves that. But how did he, or whatever it is, get in here?
Mr. Crosby and I locked every window and door, and then before everyone went to bed, I went through the house, and I didn't see or hear a thing.
Of course you didn't. The maniac was hiding behind that panel.
I think that's what Mr. Crosby was trying to warn me about with those plans. It looks like there's some sort of secret passageway.
I can't seem to get any cell reception.
Yeah, me neither. My phone hasn't worked since I got here.
We are in a dead zone.
Yeah, I wonder if we should go in there and explore that panel. Or should we wait for the police?
We should wait for the police.
There's probably no one in there now anyway.
How can you be sure? He couldn't have vanished into thin air.
It has happened before.
Please don't start in again.
Okay, well, I'm not just going to sit here. I'm going through that panel.
With your foot? No. Just think this over. No one is supposed to enter a room where a murder has been committed until the police arrive. You might disturb some clues.
I agree. Whoever killed Crosby's probably beat it by now. It wouldn't make any sense that the killer would just be waiting behind the wall.
And what if you did find him there?
You would have to kill him.
Oh.
Oh, what a terrible night. I just want it to be over. It's enough to drive anyone mad.
Aha. Now you believe that Hunter really saw everything that he says he did.
The first thing we should do is get the police and the doctor.
A doctor? What for? He's already dead.
Well, we need a doctor to determine the cause of death.
I can tell you the cause of death. It is murder.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I'm sorry. It's nothing.
No, what?
I know this isn't funny, and it's probably just the nerves, but I keep waiting for someone to say, Professor Plum did it in the library.
Dumbbell.
I think perhaps you are the dumbbell.
We used to have Clue, but the dog ate all the cards. Now we just have Monopoly.
Oh, I love Monopoly.
Too much counting. I like Candyland.
Have you both forgotten that a man has been murdered?
Sorry.
We all agreed that it's best to stay out of the bedroom until the police arrive.
Agreed.
Agreed.
I'll call the police. Talbot, is there a landline?
It is over by the desk.
Thank you.
Come on, Ashley, let's get dressed before they arrive. While we're at it, let's pack up. Can't wait to get out of this terrible place. What are you waiting for?
I'm afraid to go back out there.
I will escort you.
Talbot, would you mind going first?
How's your foot, Hunter?
I think it's broken.
What was that?
Charles, did you and Crosby fasten all the cellar doors when you went downstairs?
There was only one door. It had a bolt on the inside, and I bolted it.
But that sounds like a door swinging against the house in the wind.
I think our guest has left us without closing the door. If it was bolted from the inside, it could have opened, and unless he went outside. I'm gonna go see.
No, I should go.
Why?
Because your foot is messed up, and I told you that I would protect you. I'm not afraid. You stay and guard that door and make sure nothing else happens to Mr. Crosby. You call the police.
Paul, you shouldn't go. This is like that part in a bad horror movie when one person breaks away from the group and then...
But we're not in a horror movie.
Hello? Hello? Phone's dead. Must have been the storm.
Or someone cut the wire.
Is he still in there?
Of course he's still in there. He's dead. What do you expect for him to get up and walk out?
It has happened before.
As soon as Paul comes back, I'm going after the police myself.
But what about the bridge?
Your car will never make it.
Then I'll go on foot. It's only rain. I'm not going to melt.
It has happened before.
If Talbot will give me directions, I'll go to the nearest doctor.
You will never find him. His cottage is very secluded. If Mr. West gives permission, I would be happy to get him. I know him very well.
You don't need my permission to do anything. But Talbot, aren't you afraid?
No, I am proficient in the art of French savate.
What's that?
Kickboxing.
Talbot, I'll go with you. Harrison, you stay here. Keep an eye on Hunter. It's his house now. They're going to want to talk to him. Talbot, is the doctor's house near the police station?
No, you go to the village. I will go the other way towards the asylum.
Grab my coat.
I will show you the road.
Back as soon as I can.
Be careful.
Oh, you can bet I will. Harrison, keep an eye on everyone. That maniac might still be here in the house lurking behind one of those walls.
Do you think so?
And you keep an eye on that room.
Where are they going?
Get the police and a doctor.
What did you find?
You were right. The door was open.
Well, then it appears our guest has left us. I think we're pretty safe now, right, Paul?
I think so, but maybe we're not.
We really should do something about Mr. Crosby.
No, not until the police arrive.
Where's Ashley and Cousin Mary?
I think they're packing up.
It's probably for the best. It's getting too dangerous for women to be around here.
And men.
Are the cops here yet?
Not yet. They just went to get them.
Oh, I put on my new top.
Well, the sooner we can get out of this place, the better. I just knew something would happen. I felt it in my bones the minute I came into this house. Poor Mr. Crosby. I'll never forget how he tumbled out of that wall.
Please don't talk about it.
He flopped out of there stiff as my ironing board. God, I hate ironing.
Really? I find it kind of relaxing.
I always burn myself.
Why are you two idiots talking about ironing?
Cousin Mary, I know we're all on edge, but that doesn't give you the right to be rude to everyone.
I am not rude.
Since you got here, you have said nothing but unkind things, especially to Ashley.
Mr. Blythe, I've been accused of many things in my life, but being rude is not one of them. I think that trait might be exclusive to your side of the family.
Is that a fact?
You don't think I was being rude, do you, Ashley?
I'm not really sure.
Do you think I was being rude, Hunter?
Well, let's just all calm down.
So you agree with him, too? If he weren't so good looking, I wonder if you would be taking his side.
And what's that supposed to mean?
We all saw him carrying you around the bedroom. God knows what we almost walked in on.
I'm not gay.
Well, it's so hard to tell these days. You people are everywhere.
You people.
Calm down.
You people.
What are you talking about?
The gays. Simon was gay. Hunter is gay. Paul is gay. Harrison is gay.
Not gay.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I didn't mean anything. I love you guys. We have a couple back home, and one, the lady.
I'm just so sick of hearing about it. You people are everywhere.
Yes, we are, and it's about time you got used to it.
I shouldn't have to get used to it. Things were so much better when you people kept quiet. Do I flaunt my personal life in front of you?
You don't have one. You have cats.
Well, if I did, I wouldn't be parading up and down the streets, announcing it and waving rainbow flags. It's disgusting. You might want to spend a little less time marching and a little more time with your Bible.
And don't go there.
You know what it says about you people.
Stop, Cousin Mary. I know that we've all had a rough night. We're exhausted and frightened, but I think it would be a good idea if you left.
What?
Yes. I don't want you in my house.
Your house. Your house! There it is. I was waiting for it. You've inherited all the money, so now you think you're better than us.
Okay, I don't think anything of the kind. I just think you should leave.
Really?
Yes, I'm serious. I have to deal with narrow-minded people like you out in the real world, but I don't have to do it in my own home.
You tell her.
Just because we're family, that doesn't mean we have to love each other. It doesn't even mean we have to like each other. And right now, I don't think I like you very much.
Well,
Harrison, would you mind dropping Cousin Mary off at the train station?
at this hour. It's dark and there's a madman running loose.
Well, the sun will be up soon. And there's a train running every 30 minutes.
I don't think I should leave you alone.
Hello, he's not alone. I'm here.
Perhaps it would be best if I do leave. The last thing I want to do is stay where I'm not welcome. And what about you, Ashley? Are you coming?
I guess. Unless you think I should stay, Hunter.
No. I think you'll both be safer once you get out of here. Harrison, will you wait for them until they're both on the train?
Okay, you're the boss. Let me go throw on some clothes and I'll pull the car out front. Hopefully the road will be clear.
Seems a shame to cover up that beautiful body. I mean, I love Shay and all, but he's not built like Cousin Harrison. His abs are down here. I think it was all the prison food.
Hunter, Paul, I'm sorry that we're parting on this bad note. I know you probably think I'm a bitter old woman. Well, maybe I am. I'm old and set in my ways. But although you may not believe it, I do wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Both of you. But the quicker I get away from this place, the safer I will feel. I'll go wait in the foyer.
I can't believe you asked her to leave.
I told you I'd protect you.
She deserved it.
I don't know how you put up with her.
Silence is sometimes the best answer. That's from The Art of Happiness.
You read the Dalai Lama?
It was on clearance at the prison commissary. Well, I guess I should be going. Keep remembering what my husband always says. Get out before the cops arrive. You take care of yourself.
You too.
And you take care of him.
I will.
Everyone should be with who they love.
The Dalai Lama?
No, Dolly Parton. Please let me know how this all turns out. This has been the most exciting few hours of my entire life. I was almost rich, a man was killed, and I discovered we got gays in the family. It's like I'm living in a Lifetime movie.
Well, now that you know where I live, you can always come and visit.
And if you ever find yourself in our neck of the woods, you can stay with us. Both of you. We got a double wide. Bye.
I'll drop them off and be back as quickly as I can. You two keep an eye on each other.
Well, what should we do now?
I guess we wait. It's kind of nice being alone.
Technically, we're not alone. Mr. Crosby's in there.
It sure is quiet.
It sure is.
Are you afraid?
Well, there's a dead body in there and possibly a homicidal maniac somewhere in the halls. Of course I'm afraid.
Well, I'll protect you.
With that foot, we'll protect each other. What are you doing?
Well, I was going to kiss you.
Did you hear something?
No.
Me neither. It's too quiet. I didn't know a house could be so quiet, and I could use a drink. You want one?
No. I'm fine.
Oh, God, that's good.
You better pace yourself.
You're probably right. I don't drink that often, and I just can't seem to shake this feeling.
You want a little bit of this? It'll calm you down.
No. Yes.
You think the killer is still somewhere in the house?
Well, it stands to reason the door couldn't have opened itself, so he's gone. You know, the whole thing strikes me as weird right from the start.
Well, I agree.
From the time that will was read to right now. Remember when your name was announced as the heir?
Yes.
And remember the codicil that if anything happened to you or you were to lose your mind, the estate would go to the next heir?
Yes, that's what he said.
And that person's name was in that third envelope, the one that he put in his pocket. Remember what he said?
I trust that this will never be opened.
Exactly.
What's come over you?
I don't know. Maybe it's the liquor or the pot, but think about it. From that moment, things began to happen to you.
And to Mr. Crosby.
Because he was the one that drew up the will, and he was the only one who knew the name of the next heir. Unless
what?
things began to happen in this house tonight. And what for? To scare you? Maybe Mr. Crosby got wind of the plot and tried to warn you, but before he finished, something happened to him.
He was murdered.
And then, I'm not saying that it was intentional, but all of them started to think that you might be
crazy. You think this is all done to frighten me?
I don't know. I'm still thinking. But just suppose that someone, call it the next heir, thinks that you might be able to inherit the family trait.
Okay, but I'm not crazy.
I know, but suppose that he, she, it, well, if someone thinks that you are and starts to frighten you, hoping to shock you into going crazy or worse, then it discovers Mr. Crosby is in on the plot, so it kills him.
Okay, that sounds a little far-fetched.
Why? It's possible. You said it yourself. Your doorknob was turning, that panel opened, and that hand. Don't you see? It is possible. The whole thing might have been staged to frighten you.
Okay, but how do you explain that bell tolling and Talbot's warning about someone dying?
That might have all been planted. I've got it. It's Talbot.
It's not.
It's possible.
I just don't think so. Okay, that would be too obvious. The butler or maid always does it. No. Besides, she's not the heir.
How do you know that she's not? She could be. Maybe Simon and her were...
He was gay.
She said he was gay. Maybe he wasn't. It's possible. You've just inherited a lot of money, and that watch alone was worth a fortune. She could be the next heir.
Okay, but what about the escaped lunatic?
You're right.
Maybe he was brought in to frighten me. Us. Maybe Mr. Crosby brought him in.
That doesn't seem likely. Especially if he was trying to warn you. Well, I can tell you right now that I'm not a murderer. I get queasy at the sight of blood. That leaves...
Mary, Charles, Ashley, Harrison, and take your pick.
Okay, I've got another idea, but it involves going in there.
No. Okay, we need to wait for the police.
No, I'm just going to go in there and get the envelope out of Mr. Crosby's pocket. We've got to find out who the next heir is.
Well, I'll go with you.
No, you stay off your foot. I won't be a minute. I'll leave both doors open so nothing can possibly happen. I'll be right back.
Paul? What is it?
You scared me.
Are you okay?
So far, so good.
Mr. West?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you.
Who are you? How did you get in here?
I'm Dr. Avery. Talbot just brought me over. Told me you were in here, so I just walked in. I'm sorry. She said you had injured your leg. Let me see.
It's okay, I'm fine.
You can never be too careful.
I fell and twisted it. Really, it's not that bad.
Let me be the judge of that. I don't think it's broken, but it is really swollen. Sit back. Have you been icing it?
No. What are you doing?
I just want to hear your chest. Your pulse seems a bit high.
Well, I've had a busy night.
And your eyes seem a little red.
It's probably the pot. What? I'm not stupid.
Ah, I knew I smelled something familiar. I thought it was you, Talbot. So, Hunter, you partake of the old Mary Jane too, huh? Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Sitting downtown on the railway station.
One toke over the line. Brewer and Shipley from the album Tarkio, released in 1970. I have also had my music to keep me company. It might not be obvious, but in my day, I have been known to party.
Perhaps on one of your nights off, we can hit the town. Maybe a little dancing.
I have not had a night off in 20 years, literally.
Well, don't you think it's about time? You're a beautiful woman. You deserve a good man. I'd really like to see you in bed with your leg up, Hunter.
Oh, Dr. Avery.
I was talking to Hunter.
I can't go to bed. I need to make sure Paul's okay.
Who is Paul?
Oh, that's his lover.
Oh, you must be from the city.
Please check on him. Charles went for the police and Harrison took Mary and Ashley to the train, so Paul thought he should go in there.
In where?
In there.
With the body.
The what?
To get the envelope.
The will?
The what? I'm so confused.
It doesn't matter. Paul! Please go check on Paul.
Okay.
Calm down, Master.
Please, don't call me that.
Dr. Avery immediately returns carrying the unconscious body of Paul.
Oh my God, what's happened?
He was lying on the floor.
Dr. Avery, I had no idea you were so strong, so viral, so masculine.
Is he okay?
I think so.
Paul, are you all right?
He's got a nasty bruise. He must have tripped and fall.
Did you see Mr. Crosby's body? He was murdered here tonight.
There was no one in that room but this young man. He was out cold. I think he's been drinking.
What happened?
You must have hit your head.
Who are you?
Calm down. He's a doctor.
Somebody hit me from behind when I went to get the envelope out of Mr. Crosby's pocket. The thing is, There was nobody there.
Of course there wasn't.
You don't believe me.
I think you've just had a little much to...
I believe you, Paul.
You're okay. You just need to lay off the liquor. I'll look in tomorrow and check on you both. Everything should be all right by then.
But what about his head?
He'll be all right. Does it hurt?
No.
It never does until the next day. I wouldn't want to be him in the morning. Remember to keep that foot elevated, Hunter.
I will see you out, Dr. Avery.
Thanks, and please, call me Roland.
I can't believe it's possible, but now I'm even more confused. What could have hit me? Harrison and Charles are not here. What about Talbot? Was she here?
Well, she was in and out.
God, and now my head is starting to hurt and I'm craving Cheetos.
Sit down. Try not to think of anything. You may have a concussion.
We saw Mr. Crosby fall out of the wall and onto the floor, didn't we?
Yes.
He was dead, wasn't he?
Yes.
How do we know he was really dead?
Well, he wasn't breathing.
I don't know. I think he was dead, but I couldn't swear to it. Could you?
Well, I think so.
Maybe the whole thing was just a plant. Maybe he was trying to scare us. Maybe he was waiting in there the entire time, waiting for someone to come in and then...
Okay, that seems a little hard to believe.
I think you're right. How's your leg?
How's your head?
We make a pretty good team, don't we?
Well, that's what I've been trying to tell you.
Feel this knot.
Oh, it's really swollen.
It's kind of numb. I'm kind of numb.
Unseen by both, the panel on the bookcase slowly opens.
I think you're a little drunk. I don't understand what's keeping the police. Well, at least one good thing came from this nightmare. I got you back.
The panel slowly closes.
What was that?
It sounds like someone dragging something across the floor. It's upstairs. Maybe it's Talbot. Huh. What do you think she's doing?
Well, I suppose I should go up there to check, but I hate to leave you alone.
I'm not afraid.
Hunter hobbles over to the urn.
No, I'm not afraid either.
Hunter takes the gun out of the urn.
Here. You should take this.
No way. I've never fired a gun in my life.
Me neither.
Well, my luck, I'll shoot myself. No, you keep it. You might need it. At least I can run. If I'm not back in a minute.
What?
I don't know.
Are you all right?
Yes.
Just keep talking, okay? So I know you're okay. Paul?
I don't know what to say.
Paul?
I'm okay.
Hunter stands at the door. Unseen by Hunter, the panel in the back wall opens and a dark figure emerges wearing the clawed gloves. The figure slowly creeps out but remains in the shadows. Hunter swings around and faces it.
I know you're there. I can see you in the shadows. I know you're trying to frighten me, but it's not going to work. I have a gun, and I'm not afraid to use it. Okay, I'm not kidding. Show yourself. Paul? Talbot? Anyone?
What's wrong? Are you all right?
I think so. Who are you? How did you get in here?
I'm Reinhardt. I'm from Hillcrest. I was at the door and I heard you yell.
Oh, there's something over there in the corner in that panel. I think it's the madman you're looking for, and he's hiding in the shadows.
I knew he was around here someplace. Don't worry. He can't hurt you now. Give me that.
Reinhardt takes the gun.
He knows me. He's afraid of me. He won't try anything. Come on, old timer, I've got you. You and me are going home. Come on, I won't hurt you. Sure, he knows me. He won't try anything. Lucky I got here when I did. See? Everything is okay. I'll just take him back to the asylum.
The panel opens fully and the dark figure emerges.
Come on, you. No funny business.
The dark figure starts moving out of the panel and towards the door.
Come on. You can move along a little faster, can't you? We need to get you home. There. That's it. Go on.
As the dark figure gets near the door, he passes by Hunter. With one quick motion, Hunter reaches up and pulls the hood off the dark figure, revealing the face of Charles Willard.
Charles!
Charles, snarling like a trapped animal, grabs Hunter by the arm as he tries to yell. Reinhardt clasps his hand across Hunter's mouth and they both slam him down on the sofa. Reinhardt holds the gun.
You idiot. Now he's seen me.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna have to kill him.
No.
Where's the other one?
I think he's upstairs. He's harmless.
We've got to get him too. We can't risk it.
I didn't agree to all of this.
Where did you stash Crosby?
I rolled him under the bed. Be quiet. I'm trying to think.
Kill him.
No more killing. I did everything you told me. I planted the gong. I made him think I was from the asylum. I tried to scare him. I didn't sign on for no murder. While I was trying to scare him, it was you that got one of your crazy spells and killed the old man.
What?
You killed him. Don't you remember? You were only supposed to scare him. I only went along with this because you promised me that watch. I don't care about the inheritance, and I'm no murderer. And if we're caught, I ain't going to the electric chair. I'll squeal. I'll save my own neck. Shut up. What are you trying to do? I'm trying to save you.
I'll do it. Just give me the gun.
No, I don't stand for it. I won't. Do you hear me? I won't have it. No more killing. We'll tie and gag him and put him in there.
No, he knows too much.
I knew we couldn't drive him crazy. I want that watch, and then I'll go on my way, and you can get yours. I'm through with you. You're crazy. Be still.
You want to scream? Yeah, I'll make you scream. You cheated me out of my inheritance. You didn't know that I used to play around the house when I was a kid, did you? Look, I was Reginald's favorite. He showed me all the secret passageways, and I should have been the next heir, too. I am the next heir, see? That's my name, my name.
Calm down. You're getting one of your spells.
When I opened the safe and read the will, I found out that you had robbed me. You robbed me. You thought I went for the police? Well, I didn't. And here's your precious watch.
Give that to me. Now. It's mine. I earned it.
You really think I'm going to give it to you?
Reinhardt points the gun at him.
You promised. Then I guess it will be I'll be taking it. Hand it over. You idiot. You are insane. That thing is priceless.
As Reinhardt reaches down to grab the watch, Charles grabs his arm and sends the gun flying to the door. As Reinhardt lunges for the gun, Talbot enters and picks it up.
Stop. Everyone stand still. Ungag him. Now I will shoot. I swear it.
No, you won't.
Charles
No,
takes out a knife and holds it under Hunter's throat.
If you want to see Hunter get out of here alive.
I always knew it would come to this. Even as a child, you were stuck-up, selfish, sadistic little snake.
And you were the horrible old hag who got off on scaring little children.
Only bad little children.
What is she doing?
What? Yes, Thomas, I hear you.
What are you babbling about?
Who is coming? Yes, I understand. I trust you.
What is happening to her? She's as loony as you are.
I'm not kidding. I'll slit his throat, drop the gun.
Release him.
Not on your life.
You have been warned.
Suddenly, Paul leaps out of the secret panel onto Charles. Hunter breaks free. Paul and Hunter subdue Charles. Talbot continues holding the gun on Reinhardt. Hunter takes the gun from Talbot.
Thanks, Talbot. You don't know how glad I was to see you. And you too. Both of you, get over there. You must have known you would never get away with it.
But,
We've got to get the police.
They are here.
What?
I can sense it.
Hunter, I just found out.
We know.
He's not from the asylum.
We know.
I've got the police. There's no escaped patient.
We know.
Give me that. I can take it from here.
Wait, I'll take that. Here, I believe this is yours.
Come on, you two. The police are waiting outside.
I didn't kill him. He did it. He's crazy.
It runs in the family.
Can't believe you came flying out of that panel.
I told you I'd protect you.
But I feel terrible about Mr. Crosby. It's all my fault.
No, it's not.
He was murdered over money. My money. I wonder if he's got a wife or family.
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to find out. And if so, I'm going to make sure they are all taken care of. It's the least I can do. In fact, I'm going to share this inheritance with everyone. Okay, they deserve it as much as me.
Even Cousin Mary.
Especially Cousin Mary. We can make a pretty good damn team, don't we?
Yes, we do.
I think there might be something to this insanity trait.
Why?
Because I just had a crazy idea. Move in here with me. Okay, think about it. All the free haircuts you want.
It's tempting.
And you could help me renovate this place.
I'm not really good at decorating. I didn't get that gene.
Well, you could be in charge of the budget.
Really?
Master West,
Yes.
would it be all right if Miss Talbot took the rest of the evening off?
Of course. She doesn't need my permission.
I'd like to take her out for a couple of drinks.
Talbot enters the room. Her hair is nailed down. Her dress is unbuttoned, and she appears to be wearing makeup.
And a little dancing.
Go. Okay, take the rest of the week off. You deserve it.
Thank you, sir.
She's quite a gal.
No, wait. Talbot, I have a question. When you were communing with the spirits, you mentioned Nomis. Who is Nomis?
Oh, the spirits, of course. The spirit world operates on a different plane, parallel to our world.
I don't understand.
Sometimes things get reversed and names are backwards.
So Nomis is...
Simon.
Uncle Simon.
I told you that not all spirits were evil.
Brains and beauty. She's the total package.
Oh, Roland.
Oh, Abigail.
Talbot and Dr. Avery leave arm in arm.
So, Uncle Simon was trying to protect us.
It looks that way.
You know something? When you came flying out of that secret panel, you did look a little bit like Wolverine.
I told you.
As the lights fade to black, Hunter and Paul share a sweet kiss. On the black wall, the portrait of Simon West may or may not smile. The end. Well, that wraps up tonight's show. Thank you again, Mark Ridge and Heuer Publishing for allowing us to do the Vultures. I want to thank our cast members again here. And I'm going to go down the list here. Ken Snart. Thank you, Ken. Thank you. Jonathan Davis.
Thank you.
Alex Poteet.
Thank you.
Jada Lachey Bell. Thank you,
Thank
Jada.
you.
Sun Schwam, you look fabulous tonight.
Thank you.
Lori Lee and her little pooch, yay! J.R. Bloomer, fantastic, man. Thank you, J.R. Joel Perkin.
Yay!
And the fantastic Laura Bunn. We love the trance tonight. That was the first time we've done the actual trance, and she was superb. But most of all, thank you for joining Proud Mary for this Brand New Play series. And join us next week for C'est La Vie, a play by C. Robert Jones, who lives in the area. It's going to be fabulous, starring Libby Riggins, directed by Aaron Pennington, and it's going to be terrific. Join us next week, 8 o'clock next Tuesday. Thank you all, and good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Right.